Hey, my name is Justin Case, and I'm sitting here in my Ford F-150 Lightning because they're installing the EV chargers in my garage over there. And awesome, so happy to get an EV charger for my vehicle as well as one for my wife's Tesla. Don't like paying for it though, but it's loud. They're being loud, so I just figured get in a car, get away from them, so I can just kind of watch what's going on while I talk to you about making money while driving. And in my last video, I mentioned having two devices in my vehicle. I have the underneath here, the Demo, or I like to say Dymo, but I guess it's Demo. The Auto Pi for them in this vehicle, as well as a Soar Chain. And I also have two Hivemapper dash cams. So I've got one forward facing and one side facing. The side facing one I think only gives me about half as much as the forward facing one. You can only have two in your vehicle. And I just figured, well, what else am I going to do with them? Because nobody else wants me to put them in their vehicle. So my dreams of a fleet are gone. But hey, let's talk about this right now. So for those of you who are not familiar with Hivemapper, they recently changed their website. It's now Beemaps.com, and as it says here, the fastest growing mapping company in history. So if you want to scroll through, you can go check it out there. And as they state right here, earn rewards by passively mapping the world. So they want to be the next Google Maps, and they'll do so by getting you to install these in your vehicle and drive around recording the roads and all the things around the road, which is one of the reasons why I have one on the side of my vehicle. And they'll pay you in cryptocurrency to do it. Right now they're paying you in Honey. You can go check out Honey. It is out there and live and available to trade if you wish to. I have not traded any of mine yet, but that's a story for another day. So when they first got going and I first heard about them, it was last year, they wanted you to buy these, the Hivemapper dash cam. And this dash cam was not necessarily that expensive, especially because in order to buy one, they would also give you a free amount of their cryptocurrency, which again was tradable and basically was worth about as much as the dash cam was. So if you bought the dash cam and got the cryptocurrency and sold the cryptocurrency right away at that time, you'd get your money back immediately. So I said, hey, why not? So I got the Hivemapper dash cam, and then there was the dash cam S I decided to buy a day later to see if that was better. And then my wife decided she wanted to get on the bandwagon. I don't know why, because she doesn't drive that much. And she had a friend that she thought was working for UPS and could have a dash cam. So we said, hey, let's buy two more. So we had three. And then a couple months later, they came out with the B. So the B is a much better system. Simply speaking, the B is a better system for, I'm sure, their own reasons. But to you and me, it was a better system because it had this B Lite option, the LTE option. And the nice thing about the LTE option was you could actually let it both record and then upload those files passively. So you didn't actually need to do anything. It would do it all for you within the dash cam itself. That's way better because right now it is not a passive system. First of all, you get in your car, you start the car. The first thing you have to make sure of is all three lights in the back come on. First, there's the power light. Usually takes about 30 seconds to come on. Then there is sort of the GPS light. That takes maybe another minute to lock GPS. If it doesn't lock, you're not going to make anything. And then last is the video recording, that it actually can record. And that will tell you in the app what hours that you are available to record. In other words, once it gets a little too dark in the day, it's not going to work. So really, you can only use these during full daylight hours. So that wasn't so bad. It was the summer. I finally got mine in, I think, March or April. And during that time, I said, I had a buddy, and he is an Uber driver. And I figured he probably drives way more than I do. Let's give it to him. And he got one. He got it. He put it in his car. We gave it a couple weeks. I think, I'm going to say, excuse me, between the two of us, we were making about $300 a week each. Because the fleet thing is pretty awesome. It makes it an easy 50-50 split between his wallet and my wallet. So, yay. And he was pretty happy with that. I said, "Why don't you buy your own?" He's like, "I don't care. This is enough money. I don't want to go wait for one for who knows how long." So I had to agree with him on that. And then I think in June I got the other two, and I think my wife's friend quit working at UPS or whatever. So I decided, hey, let's put one in the front and put one in the side of the car, and let's see how it goes. And I was actually making about the same amount as I was just getting 50% of my friends. So I figured, hey, 3 is awesome. Let's do it. Unfortunately, things change. And I believe the changes come from these map improvement proposals. I think, and as you can see, it's this page that I'm at, and I'll put a link in the description, doesn't show just them. They show a bunch of things published by the Hivemapper Foundation, which made me think that this was the blog for Hivemapper. But I went to their blog, and their blog actually doesn't show most of these MIPs, or I'm going to say Hivemapper or map improvement proposals. So I think it was around proposal 8, something happened, and all of a sudden the amount of rewards that we could get went down, and then the price of honey went down, and instead of making like $300 a week, we were now making like, I'm going to say like $10 a week. And eventually by October, my friend gave me back my device and said, hey, it's not worth it. It's a pain. It's a pain to use. And what he meant by that was, besides the dots that I talked about, he would have to go connect via Wi-Fi to the device that doesn't even do Bluetooth. Why? But he'd have to connect to the device directly via Wi-Fi, transfer the files from some 8 to 10 hours of driving, which takes a while, from the device to his phone. So he'd have to sit in his car and do that, and then go into his house, connect to the Wi-Fi in his house, and get those files uploaded to the server. And like I said, the new B supposedly is going to do all that on its own, so much, much easier or passive as a situation. But these, they weren't. And I mean, those are a lot of files. I do this when I come home. I have 2 devices, so it takes twice as long, and I have to jump back and forth to the devices, and it's a pain. It's a pain. And I'll just leave my phone in my car and let it transfer while I go get something to eat inside, and then come out and then switch it to the other camera and then go get something to eat. And you have to do this after you're done driving, and it's tedious. Well, beyond that being tedious, the other tedious thing that happened was the B. So I had mentioned the B came out, and all of a sudden, all of the Dashcam S's were defunct. They said, yeah, we're not going to ship those. Instead, you're only going to get the B. And the B hasn't even come out yet. It's been a year. They're still fine-tuning it. I don't know. But it's not out. I don't have one. I don't know if anyone has one. So, yeah. I mean, if you ordered one, you're still waiting. And meanwhile, it just seems like the value is gone. When they were, I mean, I don't know what happened with these MIPs, these MIPs, but see, it's with an I, Dymo, not Demo. I don't. Anyway, sorry. I'm sure it is Demo, right? They say it everywhere else. Only I say Dymo. But just during that time, just like in my example with like helium was great in the beginning, and then they started changing the governance laws and things went off the rails. Same thing with bees or Hivemapper. Quite frankly, I don't know what all of these different proposals were, but they've ruined it for me. I'm done. I'm done. I mean, I still have them. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping things get better. So I'm still doing it, but I'll be honest, it's not passive. It's a pain, and I don't recommend it. If you want to do it, sure. And it was great. It was great back in like beginning of the year all the way up to maybe June, July. But then somewhere August, September, October, I got to ask as I say this, because I'm looking at these proposals, and some of these proposals like MIP 14, 13, these were in the beginning here around 4/16, 2024. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know when the proposals happened that changed things. Maybe it was, like I said, it was in June, so maybe it was like the MIP 17 or so. I don't know. I don't know which ones. You're welcome to read these. I'll put a link to medium.com in the description. But yeah, I'm done. I'm going to keep using them, but I canceled my bee orders. It's not worth the wait. Man, I waited for so many things with helium, and once they showed up, it was like worthless. So I'm not going on. I can't even get anybody to put this in their car because what? They want to do all that work for like $30 a week? Maybe if they drive around pointlessly for a little while. No, they don't want to do that. I mean, they want to do their job, and if they're earning money while they're doing it, great, right? But $30 isn't worth it. $100, maybe $200 for sure. $300 a week, my friend was down. So I'm just saying, you got to think about a value proposition for somebody who wants to put up all this effort. Now, once they switch to bees and it's more passive, I mean, maybe. But at that same time, I can't upgrade, and I'm not going to wait for the bees right now because you just don't make enough honey to make it worthwhile. Even if the price of honey went up, because the price of honey right now is low, and it was much better way back in the day when, like I said, it was more like, here, where's a year? There's a year. Back in the day when it was, it's not even, is it showing me the numbers here? There you go, like 20 cents, 19 cents, 17 cents even. Once it hit below 15 cents, it became less worth it. So, wow, I'm saying in April. So I don't know. I remember it was like at 17 cents when my friend still thought it was worth it. So things were still okay, even when it was down to 10 cents here. But because we got enough honey. But now they just give you so much less honey, and the value is so low that it's just not worth it. If the value went up, maybe it'd be worth it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm off to other things, so I thought I'd talk about those two. One of those things I was looking at is this Geo Pulse. Get it for just $129. Offer valid through December 31st. I'll put that link down below if you want, although I think it's just right on geonet.com. It is an RTK device. I'm not going to get into what an RTK device is right now. I was just reading on the blog for Hivemapper how great their new Bee is going to be, better than an RTK. But I'm not buying this one. I'll be honest. I'm not buying the Geo Pulse. There, I'll give you that link right there, Geo Pulse. Because, well, it says your gateway to token quests. I think so far they only have 2 quests out for your app. And that's the only way that you're going to make Geode. Now, Geode, it's it's worth a reasonable amount right now. But if you only have two hex mapping quests to do, then I don't know. Why do it? We'll see. I mean, hey, for 129, maybe it's worth it. You let me know. If you decide to go in, you tell me. I decided maybe to check out instead this Rover, ROVR, and it's sort of the same RTK thing, but it's also trying to do these 3D data collection for open environments. And I didn't want to get this expensive light cone one. I decided to go for the Tarantella here. So the Tarantella is available right now from Helium Deploy. It's $149 plus shipping. If you use just in case, though, you can. Oh, yeah, that's me. I bought it. I bought one myself to check it out about, as it said, just yesterday. I said, hey, why not? I was hoping they could ship it right away because I'm going to go on a road trip in this car tomorrow. But yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyway, point being, though, is go get it, check it out, let me know. This seems to be an interesting deal. The only thing I'm worried about is this has to be hooked on the roof of my car. So we'll see how that goes. But it does use Bluetooth, obviously, so that's a better situation. And yeah, another way to make crypto in your car. I'm excited. So I'm going to check this one out. It seemed more interesting. And if you use just in case as your code, you can get 10% off if you order it on Helium Deploy. So I've done well with the RTK things for GeoNet. That's probably one of my biggest earners right now. So I kind of feel like this is a great opportunity. But yeah, I'll let you know because it'll be here soon. And then it says here, Rover token launch, prepare for the Q2 2025. So that could be sometime in July or August, in my opinion. A little more in Q3. You can never expect these guys are going to do anything on time. And I say these guys, I mean tech companies. I've worked for tech companies for over 20 years. And they're always, if they say Q2, it's going to be Q3, possibly early Q4. But that said, hey, I'm not going to be waiting for this device to show up. And just like with SwordChain, I was making money as soon as I was getting it. Only now that they've gone from testnet to mainnet, is it worth something? So, okay, stuff to think about. This is all I wanted to say. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. These are barely worth anything now. If you've gone on eBay to even check them out, I think they used to sell for over $2,000 on eBay, and now I think they're about $400. So I don't even know if anybody wants it. If you do live in Denver and want to try putting it in your car, and we split it 50-50 as one of my fleet, I'm welcome to talk to you. But you probably won't. Okay, well, this is Just In Case, and you have a great day.